you know, their participation in various groups and things like that, that we weren't able to determine in the time that we had to do this report. But thanks very much. Yeah.
So one point too, I think that Narragansett is pretty similar to us demographically. So I'm not sure that I would assume that there's a huge difference between us and Narragansett. I think there's more of a difference between us and North Kingstown, possibly. So it would have been nice to look at if we could have, but I'm not sure it would have made too much difference.
And continuing on with the data, a lot of what we talked about here, we certainly didn't focus all on the high-end students, but that's always been a concern for us in our school system in challenging our students and providing rigor. So the next set of tests are the advanced placement courses. And for those of you that know or just want a refresher, advanced placement courses are designed by the College Board. They're designed on the national level, so if you're comparing an AP Calculus, maybe the day-to-day instruction may vary in the high schools, but the outcome at the end, the exam that they take, both AP Calculus, the objectives are the same no matter where you go to school. The exams are the same no matter what the school, so it's a good comparison to look at. Another point I want to make before I begin is it is a significant factor for us in Jamestown, the AP courses. This current senior class, we have 50% of our seniors taking at least one AP class, many taking multiple, so I just want to preface that. All right, AP scores, when the AP exam at the end in May rolls around, kids are scored on a 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. And when colleges go to look at that, colleges often will give credit for 4s or 5s to replace an introductory course at the college level or to exempt a student from an introductory course at the college level. In some instances, and not many, some schools may give a 3. It will give an exemption from an introductory course if the student scores a 3 on that exam in a particular subject area. But again, for the most part, you can say 4s or 5s. And again, that varies college to college too. Some colleges will not give credit even though a student scored 5, but they'll say, okay, you're exempt from Bio 101. So that would vary. But again, I think important to us is that AP courses were designed to really give them more rigorous than a typical honors course for our students. At the bottom of the page of the narrative on advanced placement courses for those that you that have it, I have for the latest scores obtained in 2009, the national results on all AP exams. And so nationally, 15.4% of all students taking AP exams scored a 5. 19.9% scored 4s. 23.6% scored 3s nationally. This is all exams. 20.9% 2s, 20.2% 1s. Keep that in mind as we're going through our data. And not to confuse anybody, but I probably will have here. Okay, North Kingstown High School this year is running 9 AP classes. They have run up to 10 or 11, okay, depending on the year. Last year they were 10. Narragansett had 6, according to what I looked at data. We looked at the data there. So now we get to the scores. There is a difference, a very big difference in the AP scoring. And I think that needs to be pointed out. AP English composition. For last May, in Narragansett High School, for the percent of kids that took the test, 14% of the students taking the exam scored a 4 or a 5. In North Kingstown High School, 59% of the students that took the AP English composition scored a 4 or a 5. I feel that that is significant and needs to be pointed out to us. For AP Calculus, again, same exam, same objectives of the course. Narragansett High School, 31% of the students scored 4s or 5s. North Kingstown High School, 59% of the students scored 4 or 5. AP US History, 20% of the students at Narragansett High School scored 4s or 5s. 63% of the students taking the exam at North Kingstown High School scored 4s or 5s. AP Language. The AP language they offer at Narragansett is Italian, and none of the students taking it scored a 4 or 5. Spanish is given at North Kingstown High School. 29% of the students taking the exam scored 4 or 5. AP Science, there wasn't a parallel, but there's an AP Physics in Narragansett, which 10% scored 4 or 5. And in North Kingstown High School, there's Biology and Environmental Science, and 28% scored 4s or 5s there. So I know I'm giving you a lot of numbers, but I think they're important numbers for us to look at. And again, I respect Bucky and what you're saying. I do know that, yes, we do have I think we do send high caliber students over to North Kingstown High School, and we're proud of that. But I think there's North Kingstown High School students that come from North Kingstown also scoring in that. And I think it's another part to really look apples to apples in my mind in terms of there's the same objectives for those courses are designed. It's a national course. The exam is the same. So now we're looking at the result of that exam. And that's enough for us going through it, okay? Awards and recognitions is the next page here. And both schools have a National Honor Society. Currently, 30% of the current senior class in Narragansett are in the Honor Society. 19% of the current senior class in North Kingstown High School is in the National Honor Society. North Kingstown High School has had National Merit finalists, 5 of them in the past 3 years, and they've had 9 semifinalists in the past 3 years, and that's kudos to them. It's tough to be a National Merit finalist. There have been none in Narragansett in the past 3 years. There were 2 commendable in the past 6 years. Now, in these were areas we asked specifically, we wanted this information. There could be other awards and recognitions that we did not include because these were specifics when we thought of our students and things that we wanted to know, so I do want to say that. There's gold and silver keys in art and photography, and Narragansett does not participate in that. 26 have been awarded over the past 3 years in North Kingstown High School. So that's like the big state award in terms of the portfolio students submit work. All-state musicians fairly parallel, and as I said, both schools are proud of themselves there. There were 12 all-state musicians this year selected in Narragansett, 42 in North Kingstown, and if you do the math, that's 3.5 times. So there you go. So that's interesting. I think both schools have a focus and care about their music program. Early enrollment is offered at both schools. For this particular year, none in North Kingstown, there are no students enrolled in coursework. At Narragansett, they do offer URI Writing 104. There are 16 students enrolled in that. 19 are in the RIC early enrollment, and that's kind of if you're taking an AP Physics, you can also apparently pay like $200. And their child could get 3 credits automatically, whether they pass the AP exam, they can, as long as they pass the course from the teacher on the report card, they're eligible for 3 credits, but there's a list of colleges that will accept that. So some colleges won't accept that, just for your information. Both schools have foreign language honor societies. Narragansett has been a Regents Commended High School, 205, 206, 207. And North Kingstown was a Regents Commended High School by the state in 206. Recently, we did want to point out that North Kingstown High School has been recognized one of only 2 high schools in Rhode Island by the U.S. News and World Report as a silver medal recipient for 2009. And that was based on achievement in 3 areas. Higher than average test scores, low-income populations doing better academically than the state average of low-income populations, and the percentage of AP participation in scores that are better than most. In conclusion, the task of this committee was to study the programming of both high schools and to analyze the achievement data available on student outcome. Based on observations, interviews with school administrators and faculty, program study, and data analysis, this committee feels that both Narragansett High School and North Kingstown High School are viable options for Jamestown students. However, based on its review, this committee did not find a compelling programmatic reason to recommend changing high schools at this time. The committee respects and understands that this report is one of many factors that the school committee will consider in making its decision.